there's no time to explain, but we are running out like really quickly, like imminently, like probably already have run out of the silicon ingot things. It's purified silicon, I think it's called. Luckily for us, last episode we did get the ability to build warpers, so we hopefully have, actually let's have a look inside us. Yes, we've got 13 warpers. We have to go find some silicon. We've literally run out, as you might be able to see if we go to the storage where it should be at. We might have some turned up now, but yeah, look. But yeah, no, this is it. This is where we should have silicon. And we don't got none. None at all. You're probably thinking, oh, that's fine. I remember that you did a planet all the way back when, long ago. Yeah, well, about that, it's as good as empty. Where are you? I think it was this one for silicon. Yeah, look. So it is kind of tumbling down kind of quickly, and we've not got much. There was a couple of million here or something before, and we are racing through it. We don't have much, and we're not bringing it back very well to home base. So yeah, basically we've got to go further afield and try and find some more silicon. Now, I've never been out anywhere and warped anywhere, so I'm not entirely sure how or what to do, but I think if we head this way, hopefully set up an indicator for it, maybe. I think that's how it works. But yeah, we want to start heading away. Oh, cool. Over there. That's a new feature. Literally, as I've come to record this today, they've updated the game, so yeah, that is a new feature for us, as far as I'm aware anyway. But I'm just going to get out somewhere else and see if we can get hold of some silicon. Now, the only problem with this is that we don't have any current silicon, or we don't have much of a way to build us. Oh, we've got no power either. But we don't have any way to build us any interstellar logistic things. And then at the minute we don't have any way, as far as I can remember, to build any warpers to send to the interstellar logistic things to get us out here. So we're low on silicon. We don't have very much of a way to get it back to home. I just need to literally source some. That's what we're doing today. But we'll get on with this and we'll get going, and we'll see what happens when we end up over here. Okay, terrific. So we've actually kind of got within the little solar system thing, so we hopefully can see a few of the little planets. Maybe they are a little bit out of reach, but hopefully we'll be able to pick them up. That'll do. That will do. If we can get to that one, that'll hand us. It's got like 12 million silicon ore on it, so that'll be great for us. So if we can get to that, and then we can start nicking stuff off it. I've got a few smelters with me, I've got a few boxes with me, so I can start production of the plates. I've just then got to work out how the heck to get us an interstellar logistics center and a load of ships, just so we can bring this in. Okay, so what kind of planet is this? Different, I guess is the words. And ultimately we do have quite a lot of ores on this, but they're all on one side, which is very strange. This is pretty good. This will be pretty handy. So we can start pumping all the silicon together, all the titanium together. It can literally take over the planet that we're doing the same production on elsewhere. So this will be fun. Do we have any mines? No, we don't. Can we produce any mines? No, we can't. Please have copper. You do have copper. Cool. So in my haste to get here to try and get some silicon, I completely forgot to bring a couple of the important things with us. Luckily for us, hopefully anyway, we do have some copper here, which will enable us to get on, and we'll build a couple of mines. I don't really want to be building too many, because like I say, at the minute we can't be shipping this stuff out, but we can store it. We've got a couple of boxes that we can store it in, so that'll be helpful for us. So we'll get on doing that, and if we can, we'll build a couple of Tesla power poles, and that will work for us. Now, silicon, where have you gone? We'll go to this one because nearly 2 million, and in fact it's in between these two, so that'll work for us. If I put mines around this one first, and if we could just kind of nibble away at the silicon. Ooh, we can get in there. That's good. And then all we're going to do is join those up, and that's then going to go into all of the smelters. And then we want in and out. Cool. Right, now we're just going to work on power. Which way was the sun? Cool. Okay. We're going to get some sunlight. The sun is just starting to peek over. Just starting to peek over. And if that can just shine a little light on us. There we go. We've got some power coming in. Hopefully we can get enough out of these. I don't know. Probably not. Yes, so we've got enough to do that. That's wonderful. Absolutely wunderbar. And then obviously this can play into our hands. But that'll start pumping out some silicon, which means we'll have some silicon waiting here. Happy days. Good for us. Now, well, that's good. At least we've got some silicon production going on now elsewhere. There's also a lot of titanium there, which will be great for when the planet over here runs out. Alright, well, that's helped us out a little bit. We've landed at the same time as one of the silicon ships has, so we've got some more silicon plates now. But funny story, if you can call it a funny story, in our haste to go and find somewhere to basically get some more silicon plates, we kind of had a look spin around the map, and I got lost in all this three-dimensionalness. And we ended up shooting over here. I saw these three, and I thought, hey, that'll do, because I didn't really see anything closer. Because this little red dot here and this little guy here were kind of not in my view. I didn't really see them or pay attention to them. It turns out this guy's only 3 light years away, and the one that we went to that we thought was the closest is 4. Might not sound like a big deal, but when you're thinking light years and distance, etc., etc., he's actually kind of really close. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mark him up, and then we're going to go on an adventure and have a look over there. Okay, so now we sort of know what's happening. Let's get a going over here to get into this, because it was a bit daft of us not to go look for what was closest. So before we get too close and go too mental, I think it pays to have a look at the solar. Oh my god, there's not actually a lot around here. I mean, it's got 4 million silicon. It's close, so we can tap into it and use it, I guess. Construction area is good, but the rest of the power output is pretty poor. And it doesn't have anything really here other than titanium. Everything's pretty low. Fire ice, yeah. But you're not telling me that this is the only thing that's orbiting this body. Does that mean that it makes sense to build a Dyson sphere here? And then would it? If we can get our rockets over here, build a Dyson sphere here, and then transport the power from this place back to everywhere. It's the only thing that it's useful for by the looks of it. There's not a lot else here. And parked. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, and while we're here, and I've got everything I need to have. Bada bing, bada. Bada bing, bada boom. There's no reason why we can't do that, right? With the intention of this being here, and then these going in here. And that'll do us. So hopefully when this thing is finished gobbling up, it'll be able to give us some actual power that'll be useful for the rest of the stuff around us. And then that we'll call in the ships from over there. But I'll wait around to see if that actually does work, because otherwise this is going to be a bit of a wasted build. So while waiting for this to recharge, I have just done a quick run around the planet and able to find any resources that we needed, which has let us build one of these little transport vessels. And he has already done 1 trip, so that's been helpful to us, but we're still not quite at full power for this thing just yet. But we do seem to be in a better power situation, slightly, where everything is starting to function fully, so that is going to be awesome for us. Kind of. It is doing what it does. Obviously it takes a while for these things to smelt down the silicon into the cubes, but we are doing what we can do to the best of our ability anyway. So we are going to get a little bit more silicon cubes going in. Okay, so now we're landed back here. We're going to go find our stuff. Here we go. Rip this all up, and then we're going to move out back to the other place. And now we're back here. We're going to find out where our mine's at, and then add everything that we've just taken and put it all in the same system. So unfortunately it seems it only works off of the 1 ship inside it. I genuinely thought if it was a demand, the ships that were at the demand station would also rush backwards and forwards, but apparently not, which is kind of poopy. It is what it is. And also this Donny over here is just sitting and chilling. I would imagine he's full by now though. We'll have to see what happens. We might be getting a load of ships coming in because they don't have warpers over there. They're just taking their time. Alright, so we need to find the silicon one. It's over this way. And find out what's going on with it. Maybe because they need 600. No idea. Don't know where they're getting from. Right, warpers. We need to build some warpers so that we can actually get these things going. And the only way we're going to get warpers is if we come into all of this lot over here again. So that's lenses, and we can build warpers direct from lenses. Lenses, lenses, lenses. Lenses go all the way down here. It's the end of the line over here. So that'll work for us because we can just sweep in here and pick us up some lenses. And what do we need? Sorry, warpers. We just need a replicator for lenses, which is going to be handy. That's nice and easy to do. And then we can just take this little bit out here and extend it a little bit further and run that into one of these, which is going to make us these. Aha! Alright, so this might not work very well. So those guys are getting warpers, so they might actually be able to go into galactic. But I did see that this has got room for green cubes. If we can put some green cubes into here, we could then probably ship them over somewhere. This guy, because he can have green cubes in. And then we go green cubes. Just demand that. And then over here, wasn't it, somewhere? I mean, it's not a million miles away. What about this guy? Nope, not possible. Woohoo! And that'll go into there. Which I'm not entirely sure how it's going to get transferred across. Somebody's doing something which is exactly what we wanted to do. And that'll end up bringing it over here, which will then give us some green cubes. I've put them into the wrong place. Et voila, and we'll get green cubes out of this eventually. Yeah, we go. We've got somebody coming over to drop them off. Whee, there we go. Okay, coolio. He's full. Nice, but that doesn't now mean that we can actually get some research going that allow green cubes because we've got some flow going on. Dyson Sphere stress system. We need this bad boy so we can build in different directions to the Dyson Sphere. I guess that's the easiest way of doing it. Nice. Huzzah! So this guy's working a little bit better than we had been doing. We'll keep it nice and short and sweet on this one. We're building. We're doing good and we're heading in the right direction at the very least, which is awesome. Our silicon supplies are now brimming. I mean, maybe not in here so much, but they are on the way. They are brimming, and that is exactly what we want, which means the rest of the stuff is actually doing pretty well. Every line is now kind of full, so there is some sort of balance going on that's sort of working. Maybe a little bit of a tweak with the prisms and the stuff around here. But honestly, we are kind of going in the direction that we want to go. Things are starting to produce, which is great because we're heading towards the white cubes and the Dyson Sphere rockets need to be updated a lot. So yeah, never really warped anywhere and gone anywhere, but I think we've got us in a good position now. We've got our warpers being built that are kind of providing the important parts of what we need, so that'll be doing us good. We've got better production. Everything's kind of leveled out a little bit more. Everything's loaded up. We'll just have to extend our current manufacturing of certain things and then just watch the balance as we go along. But outsourcing materials, check that off the list. Just before we go, I did realise that my sales production is pretty good so far. It's probably not going to be as soon as we get there, but I decided I was going to yeet over to where we've just built our silicon mess, and I'm going to put some cannons down, and I'm going to put a collector thingy down, and we're going to get our own kind of sales stormy thing going on over yonder. So this has actually got some power, because at the minute it's struggling with the old, solar panels and the wind. So I was thinking if we can get another way to get some power in there, it's going to really help us out in the long run. So I'll just bomb over there, slap that down, and I think we'll probably be sorted by then. Or landed, and we're nearly where we wanted to be as well. Okay, cool. So we need to be near this. Simple fact being that this is what's going to pump out. And we need to actually get somewhere where the cannons can be. That might work. And we sneak one somewhere around here. So what we'll do is we'll come out here with sails and we'll wrap around this side. And we'll go in front of this if it's possible. Actually, we don't need to. We can just go in here. And then hopefully that'll do the work. And then what we need to do is we need to build this down, which doesn't really matter where we build this as long as it can see. And it's hooked into the grid, so that should be fine and dandy. And then we just need some of this. Hopefully the sails will turn up. So now that he can get 600 sails, he is off. Whee! Look at him go. And he'll be back at some point, which will be good for this, so we can set up our Dyson Stormy thing. And we might as well leave it there, actually. Set that up to number 1, set these boys up to number 1. You're going to be fouled on by the building, maybe. But I've noticed his little man here is not quite in. There we go. Awesome. So I want to see if this works. It should be en route any minute. Here he is, incoming. Solar sails. Fantastic. It'll take them a little while to build us up the Sailstorm. That's what it's called, I don't really know. But you will get us where we need to be. We've already got them coming. They're not going to be getting us a lot of power straight away, but we do have it on the there. So that's going to help top up this little grid system that we've got going on here anyway when this is in the darkness. And ooh, will it? No, it won't. So that'll help top up the grid system, and then we can maybe move some solar panels around a bit just so that the planet can help itself out. So that when this side's in darkness, this side will be in the light, but it'll be run off the solar panels. So there's a good balance going on, hopefully. Anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll leave you there for this one. Intergalactic exploration. It's been different. It's been nice. It's the first time I've ever really needed to do it. Nothing too stressful, nothing too difficult. As long as you've got those warpers there, it helps you all out. It's been wonderful. Now we just need to keep going and expand bigger and greater, and the universe is our oyster, as they say. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you again next time. Take it easy. Bye for now.